8:13 right now. Welcome back. So, okay, today is the day. King County's vaccine mandate goes into effect today. The county now requiring proof of vaccination or a negative test for many indoor and outdoor events. So joining us this morning to talk about this executive order, King County Executive Dow Constantine. Good morning. Thanks for joining us.
Good morning. Thanks for having me.
So the mandate, as we mentioned, it's taking effect today. It was announced over a month ago. So I'm sure you've had plenty of time to kind of take in the reaction from local businesses. What are you hearing?
Well, most businesses are supportive. Their customers want to know they're in a safe environment, and the businesses want the backing of the government to help them make sure it's safe. Many businesses were requiring vaccine proof before the public health order, but now it's going to apply to all major gatherings and all really indoor spaces.
Have you heard any opposition from people against this mandate? I mean, what are some of those main concerns like there, and what have you said to sort of ease those concerns?
Well, we've heard from individuals who are part of the sort of anti-vax movement, but also from some businesses who are wondering, how difficult it's going to be for them to enforce this and what kind of help they can get. So we've been working with them, and that's why it's been such a long lead up to this, working with them to help get the visual materials they need, the education they need, to make sure they have what they need to be able to treat their customers right and make sure that folks are getting their vaccines and are able to continue participating and being good customers.
You know, actually, now that you say that, I do remember, I think we were talking to like the Downtown Seattle Association or maybe the Chamber of Commerce. It was one of those. It was right when this mandate came out. And there was actually people, they were asking for de-escalation training for employees. I mean, there was a big concern about that, as we've seen videos of people, freaking out about mask mandate and vaccine. Is that something that's in the works, a de-escalation program?
Yeah, I do know that there have been conversations going on, and the Chamber of Commerce, the Seattle Chamber, has been a strong partner in all of this. I know there are conversations going on about how to handle folks who are acting out. And that's a broader problem in our society right now, as people feel free to act out in really inappropriate ways. But I think that the key here is that hundreds of restaurants and bars were already requiring vaccine proof before this public health order ever was announced. Mm-hmm. And many of us have already gone to venues, to establishments where it's required, and it's really just no big deal. They ask to see your vaccine proof just as if they're asking to see your ID if you ordered an adult beverage.
I know I had casually just asked you this in the break, but King County has really high vaccination rates. As far as you know at this point, of course, they're always changing. What are the latest numbers?
So this was, as of last week, 88% of people had gotten at least their first dose. 82% of those eligible were fully vaccinated. That includes over 70% across every ethnic and racial group we measure, which has been a real challenge nationally. So we're doing better than just about any place in the country. And I believe this week's numbers will show us up over 90%. So folks are getting the message, folks are protecting themselves, their families, and people they don't even know. And that's why we are in a good position to continue this economic recovery.
So, I mean, when we talk about this mandate, the county now requiring proof of vaccination or a negative test. Mm-hmm. I mean, we know the vaccine, you go in, you get the vaccine, it's free. I mean, testing right now is free, but with so many tests, I mean, someone's footing the bill. I mean, down the line here, how much do you think this is costing people to constantly get all these tests instead of maybe just getting a vaccine?
Well, it's definitely more expensive to get tested over and over than to go in and get a simple shot. And it's clearly the smartest thing to do for your own health. But if you make the choice not to get vaccinated, and I think it's a poor choice, the least you can do is prove that you're not infecting the rest of us. And that's why the testing option is there. I would encourage people to look around, realize that the vaccines are safe and effective, and make sure that they and their families get vaccinated. And one more note, pretty soon, kids under the age of 12, 5 to 12, are going to be able to get vaccinated. That's exciting. That means they'll be protected too. And as a father of a 7-year-old, I'm really looking forward to that announcement.
Yeah, that's been really, really huge news. Now as we head into the holidays and the winter months, how is the county preparing? Is there any worry that we might, see a new surge? Or, I mean, what are you all doing to keep kind of one step ahead of this virus?
Well, the high level of vaccination definitely helps. People observing the mask mandate or requirement or suggestion really helps. The thing about this virus, though, is even independent of all those factors, it tends to surge and ebb and mutate. And so we have to be ready for the virus to try to do an end run around us, to try to outwit us. One of the things we know helps is having the maximum number of people vaccinated. And so that's the key for us, even if people are going to be indoors together during the holidays, even if the virus mutates, the key for us is to have as many people as possible, as safe as possible through vaccination.
All right, King County Executive Dow Constantine, we appreciate you being with us this morning. Thank you.
Thank you so much.